Yes, we are.
Come on, have shame.
This guy
Niggas upset is losing to
listen, they won
Slovakia.
3-0 the
Have
other
some
day, man.
shame, brother. Have some shame.
1 second, Gucci.
KDB
Let
against the
say
big
finish.
boys. Where was he?
Let me hear. Once again, Gucci. Let me hear
Canada.
from Safe. Safe. I want to hear why you said
those
that.
games.
Why did you say?
Okay,
Why
Hamza,
did you say?
One sec. Hamza, did you watch the first half? Did you watch the first half?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you think he was moving totally fine and totally alright?
Yeah, bro. Great players will move like that, but they will have moments. I'm telling you now. Listen, you know the only thing I
great
never
players
trust Modric.
perform for, like later in the stages, bro. This is Romania and the
Hamza, have some.
Bro, but listen, Hamza, that's the bare minimum
Safe.
expectation from
Hamza,
a
you're
player
moving
of
like
his
Luton Town,
caliber
bro.
Safe.
to perform
The
against
whole world
Romania.
wanted.
Are you giving him
the whole-
credit for that?
Let's be real here.
Yeah,
Hamza.
100%.
Everyone was dunking on him.
This is how I know you've been starving. You're going crazy.
Gacho, he's hungry.
Hamza.
Game week 1, where were they, Hamza?
Go 1 second. Go on. He was brilliant.
Okay, thank you.
Hamza, what are you lying for?
We're not here to listen to Guti's waffle. Yeah, look at you trying to beat the press. But anyway, Hamza, the whole point is he is physically finished though. That's the whole point. I don't think there's any shame in saying
I don't
that.
think so. No way. I don't believe that.
Hamza, okay,
Yeah, no.
you see, like there were a couple moments here where I think it was Lukebakio or Tillemans that played the pass into him. He couldn't get onto the ball. Last year or the year before that, he's definitely getting onto it and unleashing a shot. He couldn't get onto it because obviously he's lost that burst of pace and he's not the same player in it. I don't think there's any shame in saying that. Obviously, he scored a very good goal, but at the end of the day, that's the bare minimum expectation of a player.
Abdi, once about that.
He's saying that KDB hasn't got the legs. What do you think?
You're a lunatic.
Why?
Who would you want to replace KDB with if he goes now?
You get a player like Florian Wirtz or Jamal Musiala.
You really think Florian Wirtz will dominate in the Premier League like Kevin?
I mean, you have to move on from him eventually now.
Yeah,
or do you want to just keep playing him?
Of
They want to keep playing him for forever.
Saying his legs is gone is a bit of a that's a stretch.
How is that a stretch? He can be physically finished, but at the same time, he can still have the best final ball in the team.
Injury, that
right?
doesn't mean his legs is gone. That happens to everyone.
So you're literally explaining why his legs are gone.
Listen, legs are gone is when you can't run anymore. You're just not there physically. You can't. That guy, having him a quarter of a season is better than having maybe Musiala later, but Florian Wirtz, I rate him a lot. But all I'm saying is I would keep him like Madrid have kept Modric. I'd let Kevin De Bruyne go into
That's an entirely different type of player, though.
What do you mean is an entirely different type of player? Kevin De Bruyne and Modric play in similar positions.
Modric plays deeper. He's more of like a tempo controller. You can play those kind of players.
Kevin can play deeper as well. Kevin can play deeper like he was playing 2017-18, the 100-point Centurion. He could play a bit deeper.
That's one season. Have you seen him play deeper for Belgium? The year he played.
That doesn't mean he cannot play. That doesn't mean he cannot play a bit deeper. That doesn't mean that. Kevin De Bruyne is class. You just play him deep and then buy that Musiala.
He still has a world-class final ball, but I'm just saying physically he's finished, innit? Like, I don't think there's any shame in saying that. You can keep him.
Mohammed, this guy's finished.
He's not finished,
man. You're not finished.
He made us win the league. Without him, we don't win the league safe.
He's not finished, man.
It's simple as that. Let me bring
Hamza, so how many narratives are we going to run? Was it Foden who won us the league? Was it Kevin De Bruyne who won us the league? Like, surely we need to be consistent with that as well.
Mentioning the most important players in our team.
I think you can. Yeah, he's a safe fan. You can get another player, and then we can. I don't care.
Hamza, do you know what the problem is? And I'll tell you this from first-hand experience. Yeah, sometimes fans, they get too emotionally attached to players, and they don't want to accept that they're mortal human beings that age, and with age they get worse physically. And we won a treble.
Didn't he lead everybody in assists though when he came back?
One sec. We won a treble, yeah, and with a team with a lot of old players, few youngsters, whatever. And rather than cash in on the old ones that were 30, I'm not even saying 33, I'm saying 30. Yeah, we just kept all of them till they were old and washed, finished. You don't want to do that. You want to cash in while you still got something there that you can cash in on him for. Because once he becomes finished, no one's going to pay for him. If you sell him this summer, you can get a good replacement, bro.
No, but you can sell him next year.
Wirtz and Musiala are 10 times the player KDB was at that age. So we don't know what the future holds in it. You know what I mean? But
no way. I think he's still.
Hamza, did I just hear what I heard?
Yeah, that's why I'm here, a Man City fan. Go on.
That's
What's crazy
though. Like,
you cannot.
What age? What do you mean by like Musiala?
Are you okay? You think KDB was better than them man at their age?
Yes, bro. Are you
He's better than Vert.
One second, let me.
Bro, there's a reason why we signed him in the first. Chelsea signed him at that age for a reason.
And what did he do at Chelsea?
Yeah, we literally signed him at that age.
Wasn't he a Club Brugge at Chelsea?
No, it's not even that. No. We signed him at 17, guys.
Bro, do you know who Musiala? I don't think you know who Jamal Musiala is, bro.
No, I'm not talking about Musiala. I'm talking about Vert. Alright, Musiala rate, that's a different story.
A guy that came from AC.
Nah, Musiala's better than Vert, but they're both better than KDB was at that.
Nah, safe. Come on, man. Not Vert, man.
Hamza, guys,
the best team in the world.
That's the biggest disrespect.
Kevin's finished, man. He's had his time. Great player.
Nah, safe. You do know he starts for every Premier League team right now.
At 21, he was.
I mean, this is more about the Premier League than him. I'll be honest, but
listen. Get rid of KDB. Get money for him. Let him go. He'll be happy.
No, but do you know what the most telling thing that KDB has finished is? He himself has been doing up all this Saudi Arabia prop.
Yeah,
like, he knows himself.
Oh yeah. True.
So he knows it's coming to an end at some point.
Now, Gio, you reckon he's just getting like tired of like the whole Prem thing?
He's done. He's done everything
forget that. Yeah, no, one sec. Let me just ask you
Didn't you get tired of winning 4 in a row?
Okay, one sec. Let me just ask you a simple question, yeah? No, one sec.
He's won it all now.
Okay, let me ask you a question, yeah? So, based on not emotions, just rational, yeah? We know that physically he's declining, and obviously, I'm not saying he still has the final ball. The quality always is there to an extent, like that doesn't go away. Fair enough, yeah? At the end of the day, next season, we know there's the different format Champions League. There's also the Club World Cup that's coming up. Why, if some club, let's say a Saudi club comes in with like, let's say, I don't know, like 100 million for him, why would you not consider a sale when you know that he's physically declining?
Even 50 million would be amazing, bro.
And then you're getting like what? You're having to play like what 70 games during the season. So why would you not use the opportunity to just rebuild anyway? Because they'll be due in a year. No, but if you don't sell him now, you'll be selling him next summer.
When does this contract expire?
Next year.
Next year.
Well, does he not have an extension or nothing? No.
Nope. Nothing.
So he's basically gonna either stay or
you could
resign.
extend for
leave or resign basically.
You could
so would you be happy with the scenario where he leaves and Pep leaves at the same time?
No, you give him a 2-year contract.
You give him a good contract. That's what you do.
Say if you sign him for 2 years, I think he still can play for 2 years. And if you want to sell him next year, then sell him for 145, 130.
Brother, what are you talking about? 145 million.
Hamza,
what? Hamza, bro, what are you? 140 million for 46 years.
Saudi would offer.
Hamza, what?